Okay, and welcome back to Silent Hill. We're going to see if we can get to the end of the school, I think, because we're very close.
Yes, we've rather sped through the school in a way, but I can also see in a way watching Scott play it how it could be a bit tedious, because you are essentially doing the same thing, and it does still have the tiresomeness, as it were, of the doors needing to be unlocked. We've got some more strung up people there.
Well, the whole school is a repeat of the school we've just played through. It's different.
Like, this is going to... because this ends again in the boiler room.
Yeah, I mean...
It's all sort of mirroring each other.
It's different, and we can go in different rooms, but there's more similarities than there are differences. We are still in a school,
fair,
even if it is dark.
That's probably for the best. This puzzle.
Now, do you remember when we were in the real-world school, I pointed out the 4 valves on the wall, and I said, remember that, because that's relevant later, because this is a very similar room, and we'll find out what happens afterwards.
The very annoying puzzle that if you don't really do right at the beginning, you can kind of ruin for yourself.
So, the way this works is if you're on the left valve and you turn the valve, it does 2 rotations to the left side and 1 rotation to the right side. So the right side goes by 90 degrees and the left side goes by 180 degrees. And what you've got to do is you've got to figure out how to get it so that there's the gap on both sides. Which is easier said than done if you get it wrong. Ah, there we go. That's what you've got to do.
Wonderful.
I love the panic look on his face there as he goes down.
It actually reacts. Delving below.
If you look carefully, we can actually see the boss already behind this burning effigy here. I think the bottom pattern there, above the rotating sphere, is the Mark of Samael again. The same thing we saw on the floor of the school courtyard and on the roof. In fact, I think the whole floor motif is based on it.
Yeah, they're all kind of have it sort of pavement on it. So we had a quick change to the shotgun, probably for the best.
So, you know, that...
Oh dear. We've got a Harry Mason dinner.
Nom nom nom, as I believe
It's difficult to pinpoint flying enemies. That's not relevant.
It's pretty relevant. It's relevant in a sense.
In a lot of ways, the enemy is quite cutthroat, I suppose. As if you're in its way just a little too long, it would just kill you.
Cutthroat or bitey, one of the two.
I mean, in that it's not a it bites you and then you're damaged to it. That's it.
It's a nasty monster.
Yeah.
Yes, as you can see there, the trick is to wait until it opens up its mighty jaw, and what a freakish design of the monster. And then you've got to shoot buckshot down its neck.
We have this sort of weird fade to black with sirens.
What was that? Who in the hell was that?
See, this also reinforces that this could be a fantasy, because you wake up and all of the elements are familiar.
Yeah. Sort of like the whole Wizard of Oz thing, where she goes, I had a dream, and you were there, and you were there at the end.
And you were a bear.
Yeah. So we got a gratuitously large key, and when I'm back in the ghostly other world, as it were, with all the fog. And it gives us a new goal pretty quickly, because we've got a key to an office, I think. And then we can now hear church bells.
We've got I think we picked up the K. Gordon key.
Yeah.
Which is how we get through to the church. The church itself is unlocked and open. Once again, I like the way you can see the other rooms before you go through the door.
You can see the snow outside falling through the windows.
Falling through the windows?
Well, you can see it through the windows, falling on the ground. So we're back outside, but unlike last time, it's not dark. It's now just grey.
Yes, this is the first time we've seen this part of Silent Hill in the daylight.
If you could call it daylight. It seems very quiet after the school.
And very light as well, after all of that darkness and grime. And safe. And of course, Silent Hill still isn't safe. We still have the flying creatures and the dogs running around town.
We do, yes.
Yes, I like the way we're slaloming between the trees there.
I think now it's just a case of trying to find a route back. I believe a lot of the roads are cut off.
Yes, he knows what to look for here, but there we go.
Quick and dramatic change of camera angle, as it were.
Yeah, indicates where we have to go, rather than using something like object highlighting or mega detailed maps, because the maps aren't dreadfully detailed. Like I say, once again, I'm not sure if it's a technical limitation or whether it's them taking advantage of a technical limitation.
In a lot of ways, what they're doing is still just as simple. So we're gotten through another house, presumably because we found the key in the school. This is one of the teachers. So there was a couple of pickups, and I think he missed one in the kitchen, but... And now we're sort of back near the other side of the town.
We can cross the road, like, take a good hour. I mean, think how many paces it takes to cross a road usually.
It was rather weird. I saw one just sort of standing on the ground.
You don't see that very often.
No. Oh, we're getting close.
I think I went past a health drink there.
There is occasionally some on the street here.
Oh, to be fair, we're actually doing quite well resource-wise.
I know. And a quick zig and a zag to not get your head smushed.
See, that one was on the ground, but you generally see it like that, where you only see them for a flash,
Yeah.
rather than just kind of sitting by the road, chilling out.
Nearly there. Nah, we're so across there.
Were you ringing that bell?
I've been expecting you. It was foretold by gyromancy.
Yes,
What are you
gyromancy.
talking about?
I knew you'd come.
Gyromancy being, of course, the ancient study of plot devices.
The girl? You're talking about Cheryl.
Once again, the game reinforcing the purpose of the game, the carrot of your
You know
daughter.
something? Tell me.
Stay back.
Metaphorically, your daughter isn't literally a carrot.
Nothing's to
Yes.
be gained from floundering about at random.
So, meeting a new character, and this
You
one's
must
quite
follow the
strange.
The path of the hermit concealed by Flauros.
What? What are you talking about?
You said it, sister.
Here, the Flauros, a cage of peace. It can break through the walls of darkness and counteract the wrath of the underworld.
It kind of looks like one of the versions of the evil cube from
Make haste to the hospital.
what's the
before
film called?
it's too late.
Hellraiser?
Hellraiser. Yeah.
It's more triangly.
Wait.
Well, in
Don't go
in
yet.
one of the versions in the hospital film has the girl doing it as a triangle, doesn't it?
The hospital film?
Yeah, where they're in the hospital. So you got Flauros, which is a cage of peas, and a drawbridge key.
Quite like the design of the church in this.
It's a Bible. It's just a one-off location as well, if I remember rightly. Newspaper, nothing special. Collection box.
Yes, and we are supposed to work out where to go next.
So it's
Isn't that-
giving you a drawbridge key.
Yes.
Which I think is pretty much just the end of the road that you're on.
Yes, and we'll have a look at that tomorrow because we're out of time.